Yeah, I mean, yes and no, because again,
Tell me why no.
you still have the ability to own a massive Hummer if you still desire. So here's the thing: I'm glad that you brought up cost because that I thought cost is something that I honed in on, which is where I did some ancillary research to this article because they kind of just did for Bloomberg. I mean, they did a lot of glossing over with regard to cost. They just simply said that it is significantly cheaper to implement or to cater to golf carts versus current infrastructure of many suburban cities, which is suburban towns, which includes a fair amount of paving for roadways. So I went over to my favorite website, Strong Towns. People, you should visit it. The guy who runs it is a fantastically anti-suburban uh math whiz who like loves to break this stuff down in terms of how much the suburbs are costing America basically like every day and why are we continuing to support it. Strong Towns had these numbers. Okay, they had a cool chart which I can't see, you can't, listener, you can't see, but I cherry picked from the chart with regard to how much roads cost us. So for example, a representative cost in 2014. So this is a while ago, people. Things are definitely way more expensive now than they were then. Thank you, inflation. Thanks for everything else. For reconstructing an existing lane of a major urban freeway, it's around $7.7 million per mile. Doing the same on a collector street in a small urban area sets you back around $1.5 million per mile. Now, the urbanization categories reflect the size of a city or metropolitan region. A small urban population is around 5,000 to 49,999 people, so under 50,000. Small urban would be Peachtree City, right? Because they're around 38,000. And the other city,
Yeah, but
Tyrone,
what's the cost to change? These are
this
numbers
is
of
this will no
established
this is
things,
I'm
right?
taking repaving. So it's like basically, yes, you're right. You have the existing framework of a road, and to basically completely redo it, these are the costs per mile, right? So I had to start somewhere
Is
because
that
there's
what it
no
is? Is that
that's what it is.
literally that you're just going to make every road smaller?
No, I mean,
Um,
well, I don't know what they're going to do. I'm just trying to say that this is how much
then what's the
every.
point? Just say like just keep the roads and just have the golf carts driving on them. Like who cares?
Yeah, you could do that,
And then through
but
attrition, if
why would
you
you do that? That's I guess like let's get down to it. But what? Here's the thing: you have to keep maintaining these roads. These aren't
no, but then
one-off
once you have to
costs. You have to
redo it,
keep
yeah,
doing
once you
this.
have to redo it, then yeah, you could just like downsize it, I guess. You just have to do the whole strip of road
Yeah,
at
well, I guess
once.
that's my point. My point is that a lot of people will say, I just wanted to get into the cost of how significantly cheaper it is to actually do the golf course paths because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. I just wanted to say I wanted to make sure that it actually was cheaper. I was like,
But you're
how
also going to
much
keep
cheaper?
the same. Yeah. So I assumed
Mm-hmm.
that part of the, I'll say, efficiency of this golf cart layout
Mm-hmm.
was that the roads, because they're smaller, could take more direct routes and maybe have more connections.
It
I
can.
assumed that, but it
Okay.
doesn't sound like that is factored in because you're just talking about using the existing infrastructure.
Well, no, I'm saying no. I'm not talking about. I'm saying that if you were to keep the existing infrastructure and do this, you're still costing yourself a ton of money because it's one point. I'm just saying that these are the numbers you're looking at this much per mile. To repave the existing roads. So I'm saying if you shrink it,
Yeah, but
it's an added cost. Like it's a new cost, but it is less expensive than if you were to maintain what
maintain it.
you
Yeah, but
currently have.
the maintenance is stretched over a period of time, whereas this
So,
change is all upfront cost.
no, this is the maintenance I'm reading to you. This is the upfront cost of maintaining your road. When you need to repave the road, this is how much it's going to cost you. This is an
So you're just
upfront
saying when
cost.
you happen to
Yeah,
don't do anything new today, but when
correct.
you need to update a road, that's when you do your switch.
Yeah, you could do that. You could choose to do that. However, you choose to implement it is up to each town and municipality if
Well,
you
it's up to
choose
their
to do this.
budgets. It's up to their budgets.
But all I'm saying is that the budget you are going to use to repave your road, okay, is more money than if you were to implement a new system of golf cart paths. Does
That
that
doesn't
make
no, you
sense?
know, that doesn't make any sense. No, it if to change a road like
Yep.
you're telling me,
Yeah.
Towns have lots of roads.
Correct.
So, and they have a set budget.
Yep.
So you can't updating every road
Well, you
in,
wouldn't. You can't
yeah,
update
you
every
can't do
road.
that.
No.
Yeah.
But the road, I'm saying that if for each road you need to update, okay, let's say you're a small town, okay? Let's say you have 5 roads. That's $1.5 million you need to allocate for each road. Okay, so that's 5 times the 1.5. That's how much money your budget needs to be in order to repave the existing infrastructure road. Now you already have that money because you have to do it. So you have this money. If I told you don't do 5 roads, do 3 and turn 2 into multi-use paths, the amount of the 1.5 million at that point would be 3 million because I'm taking 2 roads. I'm saying the $3 million you were going to take to repave that road, don't do that.
Yeah.
Use it and
now
change it.
now it's inaccessible for the entire town because not everyone has this EV.
It's you look, you can't solve everything by saying it's yeah, you're right. I've talked a lot on this
It
pod
needs to
about
be a
bad
massive
legislation. Hold
program.
on,
That's
I
what I'm
talk a
saying
lot
is
about bad legislation.
it
That
has
would
to
be
be a
bad
massive
legislation.
program.
You're right. To take the money and simply destroy 2 roads and just say, "All right, everyone,
Those are paths now.
They're paths now." With no incentive and no program for helping people get these $3,500 electric vehicles, which you could then pay for. At that point, the excess funding you could reallocate and use some of that budget money in order to offset the cost for people to start buying electric vehicles, buying these EV golf carts. So I'm saying there are many things you could do. You're right. That is an example of bad legislation. Destroying 2 roads and telling everyone, "Hey, everyone, get a golf cart." That's terrible. That's
So,
not
all
going to
right.
fly.
However, someone figures out that they can roll this
That's
out,
correct. You need to
I would
figure it out.
agree that cutting emissions through
Yeah.
EVs is is a big step, is a big leap forward. The problems are around how do you time the conversion of people switching over or acquiring these smaller EVs with the transition of the roads to paths or whatever they are called for golf carts,
Well,
making them accessible to out of towners, making them
yeah.
just so that you can still run your town the way that you do today. It's just more efficiently because that's the purpose of this.